What's wrong with a massage? Go into the bar with your girl to get a massage.
Check it out. It's on, I'm in zone on the cellular phone. I get my mask shown, I get my cash shown. Slanging keys up in these streets, trying to gather my cheese. I get my mask shown, I get my cash shown. It's on, I'm in the zone on the cellular phone. I get my mask shown, I get my cash shown. I get my stash shown, I get my dash shown. I grab a hoochie by the hand and take her ass home. I'm getting hella love, I roll with hella thugs. I keep a shotgun in my hand like I was Elmer Fudd. So when I'm rolling in your hood, breaking hella laws, niggas be shitting in their pants, I can smell they draws. Misbehave in many ways, I slave for many days. I'm paid by many babes, I look both ways. And then I cross hoes, I sock foes, and I off those who get in my stash. I'm known to getting that ass.
What's up, players? What's up, player? What's going on with y'all, players? Back on the Mack Lessons Radio Show, I'm your Mac host, Mr. King Flex. Mr. Tariq King Flex Nasheed, how's everybody doing? Glad to have everybody tuning back in to hear me chop up some good game. What's going on with all you players and playettes out there in radio land? It's been a while since we've done a show. Glad to have everybody tuning back in, broadcasting live from Floss Scandalous, California. And I'm ready to flow straight from the survival scrolls today. We're going to take some calls from listeners. And I just want to chop up a lot of good game and catch up on some stuff that we haven't talked about in a while. Today's show is brought to you by MackLessons.com. That's where you can get all your Macking needs, all your Macking downloads, all your Macking DVDs. You can get everything you need to step your game up at MackLessons.com. And don't forget to check out UnitedPlayersOfAmerica.com. That is the message board where you can step your game up 24 hours a day, men and women. OfficialUPA.com, UnitedPlayersOfAmerica.com. You know how we do it. There's been a YouTube video. I put up a YouTube video on my YouTube page at King Flex TV. Put up a clip of the Gold Digger Show pilot that we put together. We'll talk about that in a second. Who's on the phone, player?
Hello?
What's up? Who's calling?
Tariq, it's Andrea. How are you?
How you doing, Andrea? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from LA.
Okay, and what's on your mind, Andrea?
Nothing much. Why you gotta say my name all crazy like that?
No, that's how you said it. You enunciated and shit. Andrea, like you calling the bill collector and shit. So what's going on with you, Andrea?
Nothing much, young man. I just called to say hi because I haven't had a chance to call and say hi to you in person yet. It's always online.
Okay. And what's your MySpace name?
Oh, I change it so often, but my it's myspace.com/justme79.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to send me another MySpace message so I remember who you are.
Okay.
And anything on your mind today, Andrea?
Nothing much. Just wanted to wish you a beautiful weekend and have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Say hi to everybody and all that good stuff.
Thank you very much, dear. Thank you for the call.
All right. Have a good one.
Andrea trying to sound sexy and shit. She sound like Andrea sound like she got on a damn lingerie edible thong and shit the way she sounded. Let me put on some tunes. Yeah, we're gonna chop up game. I put up a clip of the Gold Digging Show, a pilot that I did. And you can check that out on my YouTube page, or go to YouTube and type in Tariq Nasheed Gold Digging, and you'll see a clip. I'm going to post some more clips of the show throughout the week, and you can peep that out. What's up, player? Who's calling?
Hey, Tariq, this is Rob from Boston. How's it going?
I'm good, Rob. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Nothing much, man. I had a situation this weekend, actually, at a bar where I was just kind of hanging out with my friends, whatever, and chick came up to me, whatever, but she was drunk. And I kind of did my Mac thing, complimented her on her shoes, same thing that you tell us all to do.
Right.
And she started telling me, like, you know, oh, I have a man or whatever, but if it doesn't work out, then I'm going to give you a call, whatever. And I was like, you should give me a call anyways. You know, she's like, oh, I can hook you up with my friends. I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, but what if I want you? What if I want you? And I'm like, well, then you have to tell old boy to, you know, hit the curb.
Exactly.
And So my kind of question is, and then I left her alone, whatever. She's like, you should dance with me. I'm like, I'm going to think about it, whatever. And then I didn't see her the rest of the night. So I guess my question is, if there's a girl who's drunk, do you have to be more aggressive with it, or do you kind of just still let it marinate?
Okay, there's 2 strikes here. Strike number 1, she has a dude, and she told you she had a dude. That's strike 1. Strike 2 is that she's drunk. And you kind of want to stay away from both of those, and I was going to talk about that more in depth today on the show. Drunk girls at the club are just tacky anyway, and they'll talk to anybody. They're drunk, so they're not in their right mind. And also, a lot of them drink to justify being on some goofy attention whore shit.
She was also 30. He was also 30 years old.
Strike 3. Strike goddamn 3. An old drunk club bitch? No. I mean, that's not a good catch at all. That's digging in the bottom of the barrel. I mean, if she's going to be 30-something, her game and her attitude has to compensate for the maturity level. So that's a bum broad, man. That's a bad catch. So you shouldn't have to figure out how to manipulate a bad catch. You throw that shit back in the water. Again, stay away from these drunk broads. Even if she was a young chick and being drunk, that's just not a good look. I personally don't like talking to drunk girls at clubs. I've never bought a woman a drink in a club in my life. A lot of dudes buy drinks to get women drunk so they can, bang them, but that shit is whack, man. You can get a female who's on top of her shit, who's looking for some good conversation, who's not an attention whore, because that's kind of dangerous messing with a female like that. She has a man and she's drunk, so she can justify her talking to you by saying, okay, I was drunk, this guy, I was just kind of talking and dancing, and this guy was trying to get with me, and you don't know what type of dude she's dealing with. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. I was just hanging out there, you know what I mean? And she just kind of came up to me and was all over me. So I'm just like hanging out, and I'm like, hey, all right, you know what I mean? But I actually post up on the blog a lot.
Okay.
So, I'm kind of chopping it up with you guys, and I just finished written Player Be Played. And it actually, I think, is very interesting, a lot more interesting than the Back with Him, because of how deep psychologically we get into it.
I always say that Player Be Played is it's my favorite book, because I put more depth into that book than any of my other books. And a lot of people are just now catching up to Player Be Played, because it came out in 2003, and it was a little ahead of its time because people were still feeling the Art of Mackin, my first book. But Player Be Played, man, I've been telling fellas, man, it's a book for dudes too. Y'all get that book and soak that shit up. It's some deep-ass game in that book. But thanks for the call, man, all right?
All right, man, thanks.
For sure. And I'm going to get into the whole situation about women who have men. I'm going to get into that later on in the show. I'm glad he called in with that. But like I was saying, y'all, I want y'all to check out the Gold Digger clip of the pilot that we did. We're going to revamp the show. A lot of people are saying we like the pilot, but those girls were kind of fucked up. And I didn't have anything to do with the casting, and I totally agree. They kind of casted some lackluster women in that. And we're going to revamp everything because we did the pilot. VH1 paid for the pilot. They gave me a grip for that shit. And fortunately, I had good lawyers where I retained the rights to the show. I still own the show. That's my show. I own it because it's based on my book that I'm working on. I'm working on a book called The Art of Gold Digging. And that's going to be coming out pretty soon. And that book is going to be off the fucking hook. And we're not going to put the show on VH1. I'm going to take it to, I think it might be on Fox or CW. We got meetings. A lot of other networks are hollering at me about putting that show on the air. But we're going to revamp a lot of it and put some more dime females on the show. But you can see the clip. That's why I put the clip up there, because we're not going to use that footage anyway. We're going to use some of the same premise, but we're going to definitely use different girls. But you can see a rough cut of the show at YouTube, so you guys check that out. And speaking of television and stuff, there's a lot of other TV programs and projects that I'm working on. And I want to step the game up to another level. That's my whole thing. I really want to step this game up to a whole different level, because there are other relationship guys and pickup artists. That's the new thing. Now, there's a bunch of guys who have gotten a lot of my shit and flipped it and used it for their own. A lot of these white cats, and I have a large white audience as well, but a lot of these white dudes, and I'm not mad at them. It's, you know, shit, it's business is business. Like a lot of people ask me about the guy Mystery, who does the show The Pickup Artist on VH1, and a lot of people were pissed off. They were like, man, that was your shit. You know, I know what's up, but it's a business. See, these white dudes, man, they get some game and they flip it, and they have a base of people around them that are very loyal, that'll support their shit. Even if it's bullshit, they'll support it. White dudes will stick together like that, man. I was trying to put some shit together with brothers, just like these cats, these pickup artists. They have like seminars and stuff all over the country, and they have a little loyal clique thing that they have, and they have chapters all over the place. And I was trying to do that a couple of years ago with the Mac Pack. But when you deal with niggas, it's ego. There's so much disloyalty with niggas. Everybody wants to be the goddamn chief. Nobody wants to be an Indian. But I'm still going to do it. I'm not going to let that deter me, because I can get some real true to the game brothers out here who knows how to spit, and I make them my motherfucking apprentice, and we'll get this game popping and get chapters going and do seminars all around the world. I'm still putting that together. I'm working on a big seminar in Los Angeles right now. I'm trying to put something together out here in August. We're looking at locations now, but we're getting it cracking. I'm taking this shit to the next level. I'm working on 2 books right now. The Art of Gold Digging for women, and I'm working on another book for the fellas called The Formula for Getting Women. I'm breaking this shit down to a science. Also, there was some people at a university down south. They were trying to nominate me for a Nobel Peace Prize, and that's some shit I want to look into as well. And I posted that up on UnitedPlayersOfAmerica.com. Y'all holler at your literature professors at your schools and some of your legislators, and tell them to put a bid in for me for that Nobel Peace Prize. That's going to be a damn good look. I'm telling you, I'm taking this shit to a whole different level. I'm not fucking around in the game. But anyway, today's show I want to talk about, I'm going to get on the sisters. Not too hard, but I want to talk about the sisters. Hold on, who's calling? Everybody's calling up. Who's calling? Hello? A lot of goddamn people are calling in. We'll get them in a minute, but I want to chop up game right now. I'm not going to answer a few calls for a while, but I want to get on the sisters for a minute. There was a story that a lot of people emailed me about this cat down in Atlanta. It was a guy down in Atlanta. He was a club promoter, and he met this young lady, and the lady told him that she had a man, just like the caller did. What's up, man? Who's this?
What's good? What's going on, Tariq? This is Money. What's good?
What's going on, Money? What's on your mind, player?
Did you get my email?
Okay, I got to check and see, but let me spit this game real quick. I'll holler back at you. I mean, niggas asking if I got their email. Y'all got to call up and say something. Y'all on the air. Well, niggas just not tactful at all when they make a phone call. You know you calling and you live on the air. It's thousands of people that's going to hear you. Niggas be calling up with personal shit. Like, hey, Flex, man, you know where I can get some weed? And niggas be on some other shit. We on the air, niggas. Damn. Hey, Flex, man, I need to hide this dead body. Anyway, like I said, there was a situation where there was a club promoter down in Atlanta. He met this young lady. The lady said she has a man, but she was still flirting with the guy. They exchanged numbers and they were exchanging texts, and they agreed to meet up at his house. So he met up with the woman, I think at a club, and she followed him back to his house, and he was telling the lady to park in the driveway or park on the side of the street. She wouldn't move. She was just sitting in her car. Then all of a sudden, another car with a couple of niggas pulled up and jumped out on the dude. And the promoter ended up getting stabbed up by this woman's boyfriend. So now he's I think the police might be looking for this girl. He's trying to get information about this girl and find out her whereabouts. But this is a common thing now. Dudes getting set up by chicks. And this is happening in the black community for the most part. And right now, I hate to say it, but it seems like dating sisters is becoming goddamn dangerous. Especially if you're an upscale dude or a man of means. Dating sisters now, unfortunately, has become somewhat of a dangerous task. Even if you're not a rich guy or an upscale guy, just a guy in general, dating a lot of sisters right now is becoming life-threatening. And I'm not beating up on the sisters because, again, I'm saying this in a constructive way. Sisters going to have to get their shit together. A lot of sisters are complaining about no good men. The 70% of sisters are single. And people are acting like they don't know why. I mean, this shit isn't rocket science. I get tired of hearing people say, oh, why? How come the black man is dating this woman and not dating sisters? How come so many sisters are single? Stop that shit. You know how it's very dangerous to date sisters these days. You have to worry about getting set up. And I've been hearing about people getting set up every other fucking day now. And let's say you're just a hustler. If you're a hustler, you got to worry about sisters snitching on you. There was a story that came out last week by police saying that the informant rate has gone up a lot. There's been a high rate of police informants popping up because the economy is so bad. They're mostly sisters who need money or just snitching on niggas in the hood. The police are saying this. There was an article. I got to find that article, and I'll have it posted up on UnitedPlayersOfAmerica.com. But the cops are saying, like, damn, we got informants coming out the woodworks right now. These sisters are telling on everybody, and that's who it is. Y'all niggas be out here hustling and telling these broads all your business, and they hop their asses on the phone like, look, I know where Donnell is. Let me get that $100 reward. Let me get that $500 reward. And they ain't got no shame in it. These police officers are saying that these women are just walking right up in the precinct getting their money like it ain't nothing. No shame. So even if you are a hustler, it's very dangerous to get sisters in your circle right now. And I'm not shitting on sisters, but I'm just saying you have to understand where brothers are coming from when they say, you know what, I'm going to have to take a pass on you for a minute. And again, especially if you're a man of means and you got paper, you know, you really got sisters coming at you sideways if you interact with them. Like 50 Cent, for example, the rapper 50 Cent. It was just another article that came out today where his baby mom brought some niggas up to court, or to the courthouse where he was having a hearing about the child custody. And the reports say that 50 Cent's baby's mother's boyfriend and his friend tried to provoke 50 Cent into an altercation. And they were going to try to get 50 to probably fight the guys or whatever, to fight them so they can sue him. You know what I'm saying? There's little bullshit like that going on. Y'all got to step it up, sisters. Brothers, men of means, they're just not going for that bullshit no more. You got to step it the fuck up. You got sisters out here shooting motherfuckers. Remy Ma shooting bitches. Sisters are going on the deep end right now. Sisters are very dangerous right now. Y'all dangerous to each other. And speaking of Remy Ma, you know, they gave her 8 years in jail. She got 8 years in prison. And a lot of people were shocked. The thing with Remy Ma is that she shot this chick and she wasn't remorseful about it. Remy Ma was going on radio shows and doing interviews talking big shit. just with this arrogant attitude with no remorse. And when the general public sees that, they're going to turn against you. The public will turn against you at the drop of a hat. If you're on trial for attempted murder or shooting somebody, and you know that they might throw the book at you, fuck all that trying to be gangster and keep it real. You better humble it up. She was on like Hot 97. Like, yeah, that's right. You know, I still got money. You know what I'm saying? I'm Bentley'd up. You know, I'm still doing me. You know, I mean, fuck that. You don't talk like that. You don't go walking around with all that swagger, that false bravado. You humble yourself. You be on some humanitarian shit. You be like, look, I'm out here. I'm helping crack babies. I'm volunteering at the boys club. Out here bathing oil off ducks. I'm saving the whales. I'm out here hugging trees. Putting diapers on senior citizens. You be on some Jerry's Kid shit. I mean, you got to be smart. You don't go to court all, I'm Bentley. Fuck that. Nigga, you walk off in court. You go find you some retarded kids and walk your ass off in court with them. Shit, if I was on trial for shooting somebody, I'll walk off in court with Eli Porter, the handicapped rapper. I'd be like, I'm sorry for this unfortunate event. I'm trying to turn my life around, and here's one of the children that I'm volunteering with. He would like to say a few words on my behalf. Eli?
Yeah, I got one question, man. Tell me who next. This nigga Salt like a nigga who just getting the best. See, I'm the best, man. I did it.
And they be like, not guilty, goddammit. You can go home. That's how you do it. You dig? So humble yourself if you ever get into a situation like that. But I digress. But sisters, y'all got to get it together. It's really, really becoming dangerous dating with sisters and dealing with sisters right now. And I'm not saying this in a mean, facetious way. Because right now, mathematically, about 5% of the sisters out here, straight black sisters, I ain't talking about the mixed ones, but about 5% are really dateable right now. For an upscale dude. For a man of means, about 5% of the sisters right now are dateable. Let's break it down. And I'm talking about a man of means, not the everyday average Joe. A man who has options all around the world. A man who can date any woman on the planet. He's going to go for the best option. So a man with that mentality, if he's going to date a sister, realistically, about 5% qualify to date this dude. Now let's look at the stats. Out of 100% of sisters, you got the whole thing of 70% of sisters being fat or overweight or obese. So that's going to alleviate 70% right there. Because a man of means ain't going that route. Right? I'm not saying this to be mean. Let's just keep it 100. We're chopping up game. Let's just keep it 100. Again, I put out the test for you guys to find me a millionaire black man who has an overweight wife or girlfriend who he wasn't married to before he got money. I still put that challenge out there. So if a black man of means is going to date a sister, he's going to have to alleviate 70% right off the bat because of the overweight, obese thing. So now you have 30%. Now out of that 30%, at least 10% of them are going to have kids. And if you're a man of means, you're not really looking for that, right? So that brings us down to 20%. And again, that 10% with kids, that's a conservative number. I'm being conservative because these sisters are having kids like shit. They're popping out kids like Krispy Kreme pop out donuts. So now you got 20%. Now out of the 20%, 10% of them are going to be weed heads. And again, that's the conservative number. Right? 10% of those sisters are going to be weed heads. And really it's going to be more than that. But again, I'm being conservative. We take a real quick call. Who's calling? Hello? All right, man. Y'all better call up and say something, man. Y'all fucking up my flow. All right, so we're back on the 10%. We got 10% of sisters left. Out of that 10%, 5% are going to come from a single-parent household and have a fucked up attitude. At least 5%. So you have 5% left. And that 5% usually gets wiped up very quickly. So that 5%, you got to get them very, 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 very quickly. And that's the reality of the game. Who's calling?
What up, Flex? It's your man, Phil from North Carolina, man.
What's up, player? What's on your mind, pimpin'?
Not much, man. What's the topic today?
We're talking about our sisters dangerous to date right now, because I've been getting reports on brothers getting set up by sisters, and I'm just saying, is it dangerous to date sisters right now?
It might be dangerous if you're looking at chicks, man. It's a lot of girls in my area, man. It's like they want to get married off all of a sudden, man. It's like the first 5 minutes of the conversation, they're trying to qualify you and stuff, you know. I'm like, you know, damn, can we just talk about sports and the weather? You want to know what the fuck I do and shit, you know what I mean?
Real shit, real shit.
And they trying to get you to buy them drinks and shit. I'm like, you need to step to the side with that.
Real talk. All right, man, thanks for the call, player.
All right, man, holla.
Yeah, but that's an observation. And I'm not saying that all sisters are dangerous. I'm not saying that by a long shot. Of course I'm not. I know all y'all sisters ain't set niggas up. Of course you're not. So please don't send me emails. I know you're not. But right now it's very hard for brothers to distinguish and to pick and choose. You think it's very hard for brothers to pick and choose. If you go swimming in a certain beach and a shark jumps up and bites you in the ass, even though that's a 1 in a million chance of happening, you're still going to be skeptical about going back in the goddamn water, right? Even though most sharks won't even attack you. But it only takes one, and in this case, it's a whole bunch. It's a very, very difficult situation to deal with. Who's calling?
Yeah, man, what's up? This Wild Card King with man, Jackson 10.
What's going on, pimpin'? What's on your mind, player?
Man, just chilling, man. Just trying to give you a little quick shout out to everybody on the board, you know what I'm saying, man? Just chilling, man.
That's what's going on, man. Now, where you from, Mississippi?
Nah, Jackson, Tennessee,
oh,
man.
Jackson,
you know
Tennessee.
What I'm saying? We just 96 miles from Memphis, 126 miles from Nashville.
That's what's up. All right, thanks for the call, player. That's a country motherfucker right there. That nigga sound like he had a plate of chitlins in his lap. That's a country motherfucker right there. But what's up, Jackson, Tennessee? What's going on with y'all out there, man? Now you got me talking country. I'm like, mine, shout it. But anyway, that's been today's episode of the Mack Lessons Radio Show. I'm your host, Mr. Tariq King Flex Nasheed, chopping up that good game. Don't forget to check out UnitedPlayersOfAmerica.com. Don't forget to check out MackLessons.com, MackLessonsRadio.com, KingFlex.tv. I'll holla. Peace.